apologize.
No worries.
When I do meetings, I tend to pay attention to my phone.
No worries.
So, thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. I mean, I know that this is difficult, I think, from what I've seen in the process for you guys to, get off the ground, or I don't even know if off the ground is the right term.
We're learning as we're going.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, I've watched it, obviously from many angles, from many standpoints. I kind of wear many hats, if you will.
Yeah.
One of my hats is just being an agent and an agency. Another hat is being involved in the FSC, so I see it from the agency standpoint, I see it from the free speech standpoint. I will disclose to you that I have informed my constituents on the board that I've been in contact with you. It's been a brief topic of conversation over the last 6 months, since you guys started. Really no in-depth context of conversation, just kind of passing conversation, if you will.
We haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, and of course I follow all the, blogs and all that stuff too, just on a daily basis, because it keeps me in pulse with my own business.
Right.
So I've kind of, seen from different angles and different viewpoints, your struggle. But help me understand, really, I guess put it in easy, simple terms, why?
Well, I've been...
And let me follow up that question with a statement. We've never met. I'm sure you've heard or read or, followed up on just me and my background and my, presence in the industry, and it's, always, proactive, and it's always, to the betterment of the industry and the people that are in it. So, with that being said, when I say why, trust me, there's nothing more than I personally would like to see than an industry cleaned up, so to speak. But each and every time I even remotely think about that path, it's an
difficult one.
It's an impossible path, and I hate to say that. I hate to sound pessimistic and defeated before even venturing out on that, but very recently, I will tell you, I had a young lady in here, probably one of my top 10 sad stories, top 10, and that's a lot. That's huge, because I've got thousands of them. Really hurt me, really bothered me, just broke me, in fact, to the point where from the time that she met with me and now, which is not a great length of time, sat back and thought about, why does this have to happen? And then through even conversations that I had with people about this, the answer was simple: can't change it. The analogy that was used with me was very similar analogy to an old movie, Karate Kid, back when the kid's master told him to go punch waves. And he said, well, why? He says, because you need balance, because if you don't have balance, those waves are going to knock you over. And a very good analogy, because this industry is exactly like that. If you don't balance properly, you're going to get plowed over.
That's what we don't have now, is balance.
But again, you'll never fight the wave.
Right.
What enters into this industry as the people that make up this industry. So you can only deal with the makeup of the people that are in this industry with what comes into the industry. We don't have a choice. It's not like we can go out to Wall Street. We can't go out to colleges. We can't go out to normal business avenues of recruitment of people entering industry. Most industries, if not all, with the exception of the adult entertainment industry, have the advantage of going out into the open marketplace of the world to seek people to get into the industry to make it run, work, and prosper. And this industry doesn't have that because we have only the availability of the people that cross the line, cross the border, and those people that are even desiring or receptive to cross that border come from very unsavory walks of life. Performers, producers, directors, workers, etc., agents, everybody, with the exception of maybe a small percentage of people that, you know, come into this industry from, you know, maybe a crack or a crevice. I'm that person. I walked into this industry 18 years ago through another very viable but had issues industry. I was in the casino industry for 20 years. So, you know, I've always put myself and have, you know, always been in a situation of dealing with certain elements of life that most people don't deal with. You know, for us here, you know, God, I've seen everything, and I've only been doing the agency part of this industry for 4 years, and I've had just a lifetime of experiences with it. So with that being said, don't think that my criticism or pessimism is anything more than just unrealizing that there's certain things that cannot be attained. So now I'll ask you again, why?
Well, given my background, I'm 44. I've been in adult entertainment since I was 18. I was married to Alex Sanders. I have been in this industry for the last 17 years. So this is my home. I see my family and my peers, and we are hurting and we need help. And there's no one to lean on. There's no one to give a shit. We are the people you throw away, toss aside. We're the performers. We come and we go. But for the ones that are here, there's nothing set up to protect us, to help us, and all we're asking for is simple things. We want health insurance plans. We want just simple things that everybody should have, that we don't have, and that seems retarded. So maybe it's not who am I to step up, but who am I not to step up? This is my family, this is my home, and if it's not me, who? So that's why. So I just stepped up, not to step on anyone's toes. I'm not here to change things or tell people how to run their business. I'm here to say, hey, let's get a group together, let's get this insurance going. Let's fix the things that we can fix together that are capable of fixing. Just those little things, if we could just accomplish that, then we've accomplished something good. And that's it.
Yeah, but I don't know if you even realize that it's not attainable. I mean, first of all, when you talk about insurance, my staff has insurance.
Well,
I provide health insurance to my staff.
But to perform.
Again, you know, who do you think is going to provide insurance?
We are.
Who's we?
We are. The union is. Because as a union, we're government. And as a union, all sorts of, we got doors open to us we've never had before. It kind of gives us that clarity. You know, we just have opportunities we've never had before. We went to a meeting and we're sitting at the table with the people who run healthcare. These are the people that run the healthcare. It's not the people who work for ACAC. These are the people who run the world. And when you're sitting at the table, you learn a lot, and doors are open, and they are willing to take the time and set out a path that we're looking at right now. It's huge insurance plans where we pay $34 a month, and that does cover our testing, and that does cover rehab.
That's impossible.
No, it's not impossible, because you're looking at an industry that has trillions of dollars already, the healthcare industry, and they're willing to give some up because they know the hurt that we are looking at. We know that they have so many workers, and we have so many people that are unprotected, that actually the government's willing to help. And if they're willing to take it and help, who are we? Like, why would we not take them up on that?
So you're saying to me that a person, a performer, for $34 a month is going to get health insurance, and they're going to get 2 tests a month paid for?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
That's what they said about the union, in the first place. but it's coming. I know.
I'd have to see it to believe it. I'd have to hear that from whoever is going to put up the millions of dollars to fund that.
Yeah. So, and we're looking, to work with a lot of other industries too, but that's just our beginning. So, so let's pretend.
What is it, what commitment did you get from a health insurance entity that a $34 per person expense is going to get them to pony up the amount of money necessary?
They just know that we're in an industry that's hurting, and we're a whole bunch of workers, and we were just happened to be at the table where the person running the thing had a heart. I guess it was just shit out of luck. I know it's weird.
Sorry to be skeptical, but I know it doesn't work that way.
Well, let's get skeptical,
Okay.
and let's just pretend for a second that it has worked.
Okay.
Let's get forward, and that everything we've done our part, and we've showed the insurance. Now, these constitutions are very important because they lay our groundwork, and that's why they are passed to you guys, because once it gets in place, we just want to make sure we're not stepping on anyone's toes. So in the pretend world, in the perfect world, let's just move forward and pretend that we've moved forward past all that, and we've already showed our placement and our ground, and we've proved our place and our points. So we're looking through that. Do you find any red flags that would hurt your business?
Well, there's a tremendous amount of red flags. I mean, I briefly pointed out just a few.
Right. Well, I corrected those ones that you pointed out, and so we did that already. So we can walk through it together, and it'll take a minute. I don't know how much time you have, but it is important because whether you believe it or not, it's happening. And I can tell you that from the bottom of my heart, I will not give up until the day I die until it does happen. So I know for a fact it's happening. I have a lot of people behind me. I have a lot of backing. And as Free Speech Coalition goes, we have a meeting today at 5 as well. So
With who, Eric?
yeah, with Eric. And we understand all the laws and the rules, and we've been briefed and all of that. And we're not here to step on someone's toes. And we're not trying to do that. What we're trying to do is ask permission, I guess, in a nice way, to allow us to figure this out. So that's why it's important for us, for you guys to look at the Constitution, so we're not stepping on your toes, and you don't ever feel that way. So we're taking that route. It's not a route we have to take, it's a route we choose to take, you know?
Well, I mean, clearly getting the FSC
Because if it's not, I mean, it's just a whole bunch of people gathering together to get us insurance, it's no big deal.
clearly getting the FSC's, again, I use the term loosely, involvement, would be a key benefit. You know, obviously the problem that.
And we like APAC.
Yeah, and APAC as well. APAC and FSC.
We would make sure everything we worked within the range of the APAC.
Yeah,
They've done a lot of hard work, and we do not want to step on
involved
it.
is a key benefit. You know, 'cause, you know, you guys gotta have some credibility.
We're not trying to step on toes.
No credibility.
And we've gone really slow to make sure we have our structure done right. And one of our main structures are these constitutions, and it's taken us a while to do this because this is important.
And who's writing all these constitutions?
A lot of us, just all of us, kind of.
And who is all of us?
We have the Performers Guild has just sworn in 14 officers.
Who are they?
They're on that, there's Shawn Michaels now as president. Melissa Hill and Alana Evans are vice presidents. We're a whole bunch of nobodies, and that's what makes up the percentage of this industry. The 1% is the contract.
Shawn Michaels is not in it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? We're just a whole bunch of performers that aren't